That's the last of the door panels. Gonna take out some dash stuff, take off the exhaust, maybe hook up a nitrous bottle with a 25 shot and do a draggy run? Nah, that's silly. Never mind. I don't think you guys realize how long this actually takes, because you get it in 10-second snippets, and that's most of the stuff for the dash. And then this needs to be disconnected completely and like put off to the side over there. Steering wheel has to come off, all this has to come out, and then unbolt the dash, and you can take it off and out. And you gotta take the speedometer out, and then you put it back in. You gotta zip tie it in because you don't have mounting holes for it. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. Just got some good old Redline lightweight shock-proof oil for the PTU and rear differential. Swap that out before I go to the drag strip. I got trans fluid. Going to do that as well, and oil on the way. So we're basically going to have every single oil replaced, and then she should be in good shape. So this is why I hate this exhaust. It's half aluminized and half mild steel. I didn't know this when I had it made, but rusting a lot on one side, and then it looks like it got flip-flopped at some point. So that's just lovely. A lot of the welds leak, and it's already been back in for leaks a couple times, but you can see them here and there. So overall, I'm not too happy with this one. It did the job. I was kind of fed up with all the exhaust setups I'd done previously, so I just kind of dealt with this one. But X-pipe, straight pipe all the way to 2 resonators, and then these are sleeved with pipe on the inside, so it's just full straight pipe. So I'm going to put this off to the side. The car doesn't have an exhaust on it, but it's open down pipe until I get that exhaust done. Basically, I was thinking about doing a draggy run with open down pipes because this exhaust weighs a decent bit, but figured I'd show you guys the old one before the new one pops up. So here's a sound clip of pure asshole. So it's the next day. We're gonna do a trans drain fill. It was raining all day. Nice and cloudy, rainy day today. But gonna do a drain and fill on the trans, make sure everything's good there. Don't forget jack stands. Don't want to die under a car. So, get that 11 mil out and then drain it out. It's not the best angle, but the car's backed in, so this is what I got basically. Looks like some Kool-Aid. Looks pretty clean. Like I said, I religiously changed this so that the trans won't break. Ooh, look at those trans mounts. Ooh, looking fire. And my half-wrapped exhaust because something tore it and then ripped it all off. I still need to wrap them again. But I'm gonna put this plug back in, fill it back up with 6 quarts, call it good for now. So basically put the car almost all the way back down on the ground, almost on top of the drain pan so I can get that out, because normally I jack it up on the passenger side, but considering the car is in the garage, I'm not really trying to move it. Just figure, just lower it down and get as much out as I can. I'll just let it sit here for about 5 minutes and then top it off up top. Just got the Kool-Aid put back in. Gonna swap out the jets. I think what's in there right now is a 50 shot. I did run 75 for a hot second, so gonna put in a 25 shot because if I am tempted to do nitrous at some point, I would rather it be not full dick, but that is the 50 shot. I got the 25 shot right here. So these are these little jets. Basically, it restricts the amount of nitrous that goes in, just like a methanol jet does, and you can size up by that. But it just goes in there like that. You put this over it, and then retighten that. And drop your wrench. Shout out to Harbor Freight, by the way. And then give it a little snug. And now we got the 25 shot in there. So if I am tempted to use nitrous at some point, at least the first pass, hopefully I won't blow it up because I'm using a little bit smaller of a jet. But we've got a variety of jets. We've got a 15, 20, 25, 35, 50, 75, 100. And then, so we've got a lot to choose from. But never ran 100. That was kind of my buddy's impulse buy as a possible push for a 10-second pass. But I think if I were to do 100 dry shot, that the motor probably would have leaned out too much in that moment before it compensated. But that jet actually is in here. It's been in the center console forever. But you know who you are. But he basically saw it was like $3 and decided that it would be a good idea to send it my way. But anyways, got the 25 shot in. If it dried out some more, I would say I'd do a draggy run today, but it's looking like it'll probably be tomorrow. So I was actually just checking jet size, and apparently the jet that was in the car was actually 100 shot. I thought I put in the 50 shot a while back from the 75, but apparently I was ready to party with 100 shot. Thankfully, I never ran any nitrous because the 100 shot unexpectedly would have been a very explosive situation. So I got the 100 shot in there. I'm still looking for the 50, but holy cow, I didn't realize that the 100 was in there. That is an explosive situation waiting to happen. Weight reduction, bro. You need it. Sorry about lighting. It's like 8:30 at night, and I'm working with the garage closed. There's no sunlight. But a couple more things, and then the dash should come out. And then the famous zip-tied speedometer goes back in. And a couple more odds and ends. And then she's ready, man. She's ready for the drag strip, basically. Just got to unplug passenger side airbag, and then a couple plugs up by the windshield, and I think all the bolts though for the dash, for the most part, there's a couple back behind in there, are out. So I'm just gonna send it. 0 out of fucking 10. Do not do in slippers. I lost one. It's basically a casualty at this point. Not even going to worry about finding it. It's somewhere in the car. It's probably up behind the dash where the dash used to be or something. I don't know. If you got an extra hand, try and do this at home. Passenger airbag has 3 clips on it, and they're really a bitch to get to, so recommend having small hands for that, because you can just control that. But the dash is out now. Just need to take it out and find a place for it with the rest of my interior. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but that should be the last thing to take out. That's a fucking bitch to wrestle. I fucking regret it. I weighed it. It's only 30 pounds. But I guess everything else that comes with it, on top of that. But holy crap, that is not worth 30 pounds worth of hassle. So next time this bitch is staying in for sure. You know what? There's not going to be a next time. I'm just going to get my best time and then I'm done. Might be the tiredness speaking here, but holy shit. That is not fucking worth it. So turning on the little LED, I guess, on my phone, just to give you guys a little bit better of a look at this. So, like I said, center console moved out of the way, steering wheel's off, and then you can take it off that way. But then your big issue is you want to get your sunlight sensor up top, and then whatever the LED strip is on the driver's side. And then there's an airbag on the dash itself, and there's 1, 2, 3 yellow plugs for it, which are a real big pain in the butt to reach. But if you get this one, and then slide it out, and then you can get this one. This one's the pain in the butt because it's super tight up in there. It's like up like that. So there's that. I'm going to put the center console back on, and then steering wheel back on and seat back in, and she's basically ready for drag time. Might do a draggy run. Draggy run? Somebody say draggy run? It's the end of the month tomorrow, so I was thinking try and get an all-time high. Basically, the 1149 I did this month had a lot more of the interior in and the exhaust still on, so we probably got a solid 200 pounds out. Big old exhaust here. Like I said, dash is not worth it. If I could take everything else out but the dash, that's probably what I'll do next time, because 30 pounds isn't worth it. I'm getting ready to name my channel I Do Stupid Shit So You Don't Have To, because this is what it's kind of looking like it's going to be. Gonna zip tie up the methanol controller, and then I've got the nitrous switch in there. I gotta put back in a couple things like the headlight switch, obviously my seat and the steering wheel, speedometer. You gotta run the center touchscreen, otherwise your speedometer flickers on and off. A lot of little things to have some amenities. I have a backup camera left, that's about it. So this is from the driver's seat. I'm going to put the airbag back in, don't worry about that. But got the zip-tied speedometer back by popular demand. Got the methanol controller off to the side with my settings all messed up because it's been bouncing around everywhere. Then we got the touchscreen, you know, with all its amenities and the AC and everything, you know, that doesn't exist anymore. And then we've got the nitrous button, nitrous switch, and then button, but no bottle in the car. So, gonna be an interesting ride. Oh yeah, and got my switches here for headlights. Got to make sure I have that. Probably not too secure, quite frankly. But nice full interior, full of amenities, you know. Definitely not a loud ride, definitely not open downpipes, definitely not, you know, hanging together by zip ties. At least I clipped off the ends, okay? So, you know, oh, we still have the ability to charge stuff, you know. I gotta put my live wire back in, but other than that, oh, I still have a visor. Got the visor, boys. How a SHO owner slowly spiraled into chaos. That should be the title of this, because that's basically what happened. Just letting the work pig warm up this morning. So, sorry about last night's lack of light, but here's the interior in its full glory. Dash, door panels, other shit. So this seat actually isn't that bad to get in and out of, but this is a sight I'm not too used to anymore. But it's kind of a shame, but you gotta do what you gotta do when it comes to tryharding, I guess. So over the 1108, we've got the Kirky seat, so however much that weighs less. And then as far as everything else out of the car, I don't think there's anything more that I've taken out over the 1108. So we added the methanol kit, and that's gonna add a little bit of weight just because of the pump and then the gallon of methanol. But also same time, we don't have a nitrous bottle in the car, and that weighs almost 30 pounds. So I'd say realistically right now we're probably, I'd say it's an honest 40 pounds lighter than the car's ever been. This has to go back in still, but got a couple little more odds and ends to grab out, you know, a couple ounces here and there. But if I've come to this point, I may as well not let a couple ounce sit. So enjoy this draggy clip. I know I mentioned draggy a bunch in this video, so it would be a shame if I don't. So assuming that this draggy run, you know, goes well and the car's still together, then here you go. So I did a draggy run, but I apologize. The exporting on the draggy didn't want to play according to plans, so I'll put a screenshot of the run after it, but it only shows like 1/8 mile, like 0 to 130. Still need to tweak the tune a little bit, having some issues on some shifting, and it's probably just my trans hating its life. But it is what it is. It was what I was able to get, and hopefully she stays together still for the drag strip. And so enjoy this run. Got the pipe in. What's up, buddy? So the 1136, let me just take you guys around my house. 1136. First off, we were having some issues with the like 3-4 here and there, and sent off a log on that. Like in the RS7 video, the 3 to 4 didn't want to happen. So sent off a log to Brad, and he does really great work. So gonna get that figured out. But the 0 to 130 was actually 7/10 faster than when I ran that GTR. So there's definitely an improvement there, and that was spraying nitrous and all that, and I didn't spray any nitrous on those poles here. So if I could launch it and get a decent 60 foot out of it, it's there all day long. I mean, 7/10, 0 to 130 difference. And some of that's because we changed the 4th gear shifting, so 4th gear I think actually gets to 130, so it's not that huge of an improvement, but it's easily a few tenths, which is there all day long. And on that 1/4 mile I just showed you guys, the 0 to 60 was 3.6 seconds, and just before that I'd done a 3.29, so almost 4/10 off the 0 to 60 just the run before. But unfortunately I didn't do a full 1/4 mile pull on that one. So who knows, it might have a 10 on draggy in it right as it sits, but I'm going to keep it for the drag strip. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and comment if you guys got any questions. Thanks.